Hello everyone, welcome back. Welcome back to Math with Gustavus. In this lesson, we'll be focusing on fraction, subtractions, but with what? Different denominators. Let's jump right into it. In this fraction, as you can see, we have what? Different denominators. Whenever we have different denominators, we need to find a common denominator. Well, for this one, what we're going to do is, I'm going to ask you rather to check your timetables, all right? So you're going to look at your 7 times, then you're going to look at your 3 times. And when you find a number that is common to both of them, you're going to tell me. So I'm giving you 5 seconds. So it's... Did someone say 20? Look again. Come on, look again. Did someone say 21? Good job. Alright, so the lowest common multiple for 7 and 3 is 21. Alright, so that is going to become our common denominator. Alright, so the common denominator is 21. After you have found the common denominator, you're going to use the first denominator to divide into the common denominator. So that will be 21 divided by 7, which will give us 3. So that will be 4 times 3. And 4 times 3 is 12. And then you put by the operation, which is subtraction. Then we're going to use the second denominator given to divide into the 21. So that would be 21 divided by 3, which is equal to 7. So it's 1 times 7, which is equal to 7. After we have done that, we're going to subtract this portion. So it's 12 minus 7, which is equal to 5. So the final answer here will be 5, and then put back your common denominator, which is 21. See guys, subtracting fractions with different denominators is pretty easy as long as you know your timetables. So I'm imploring everyone to study your timetable. Ensure that you know from your 2 times to your 12 times, all the way down to 12 times for each of them. All right, let's jump into the second question. For the second question, we're going to take a different approach. I'm advising you to take this approach when the denominators are different and none is a multiple of the other. Alright, so 5 is not a multiple of 7, nor 7 is a multiple of 5. When that's the case, your lowest common multiple will always be the product of the both of them. So you can simply multiply the 2 denominators, which would be 7 times 5, and that will give us 35. In doing so, you will get the lowest common multiple. Again, we're going to follow the step where we use the first denominator to divide into the common denominator. So that will be 35 divided by 5, and that will give us 7. So it's 3 times 7, which gives us 21. Put back our operator, which is subtraction. And then we divide the 7 into the 35. That will give us what? 5. After that, we're multiplying the 4 by the 5, and that will give us 20. So the difference between 21 and 20 will be 1. And again, we always put back our common denominator. Again, guys, we use this method when the denominators are not a what? Multiple of each other. All right, let's dive into number 3. For number 3, if you look closely in this one, you'll notice that one of these denominator is a multiple of the other, right? That simply means that what? 12 is a multiple of 3. So if you check it 3 times, it's 3, 6, 9, 12. That means 12 is a multiple of 3. When that is the case, I do not recommend this approach. Why? Because when you multiply 12 times 3, you get what? 36. Now, 36 is a common multiple of these 2 denominators. However, it is not the what? Lowest. Alright? Again, I strongly recommend you working with the lowest one. Why? Because you end up working with the smallest possible number. Hence, a smaller chance of you making an error. So let's jump into this. Alright, so the lowest common multiple of 12 and 3 would be 12 itself. Alright, because what? 12 is a multiple of 3. So let's divide again. So it's 12 into 12. That goes what? 1 time. So it's 5 times 1, which is 5. All right, after you have done that now, you're going to divide now 3 into 12. That goes what? 4 times. All right, remember to put back the operator, which is subtraction. So that is what? 1 times 4, which is 4. And then you find the difference of this top portion, which would be 1. And afterwards, we put back our common denominator. All right, guys, good job. You have done well. Let's move on to number 4. Guess what? Number 4 is for you. This is the most excited part for me because it gives me a chance to let me know if you really understood what we have done so far. So I'm asking you could pause the video, or when it's over, you complete this question and then post it in the comment section. And as I always say, don't be selfish. Share it with a classmate and ask them to complete it and post it in the comment section as well. Thank you very much for coming back. Please come back again. And when you're coming back, come back with a friend or 2 or 3 or many as possible. I appreciate you here, and tell them that Math with Gustavus is here to stay. Thank you very much for viewing. See you again soon.